Coming at you live from the 405. It's the 5 on the 4 podcast, featuring 5 unironically unique voices in the podcast game of music, sports, and the culture.
Hello, my name is Tevin McDaniel. We are here from the 5 from the 4 podcast, ready to interview current members to ask, what is it that draws the inspiration to today's music and today's sports in their past? What was that ticket? So today we are with our oldest member, Taylor Scobey, and we want to ask him a few questions about his music, his origin story, and a little bit about sports. I'm going to be interviewing him along with my partner here. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, I am Aurelius. Happy to be here with my colleague Tevin and to be interviewing the esteemed Scobey, Taylor.
Greetings and salutations. I'm just gonna copy off this nigga shit.
So, Taylor, it's an honor to be with you tonight.
Greetings. And
thank you.
Salutations.
Thank you for joining us. So, tonight we really just want to get to know you. The ins, the outs, the complexities, the weird thoughts, the happy thoughts, all of them. So please, would you tell us, what first made you fall in love with the hip-hop culture and genre?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for letting me grace this esteemed corner. A lot of heavy thinking, beautiful speaking, and even greater actions happen in this corner. So for me to be here is beyond me, as one might say. Shout out HaHa Davis. Come on the pod. But why I fell in love with hip hop, one might ask. People that know me and know what I listen to that involves music, lyricism, anything of that nature, it's going to be a lot of rap and a lot of battle rap, and then some R&B in there as well. And the rap and battle raps actually go hand in hand because Lil Wayne was my first favorite rapper. This was probably 11-year-old me, so
1992?
Man, y'all, that's wild. That is,
85?
my brother was born in 90. This is getting despicable. This would be 2005. I was 11 years old.
Got it.
The first time I ever heard a Wayne feature was Destiny's Child. It was Soldier.
Word!
That was the first
Was it?
on 106 in Park. The music video was the first time I ever heard a Lil Wayne feature. Not a song, but just a feature.
Man.
And I was like, this man is crazy. But my mother was not big into the raps, so the only time I could listen to rap music was on 106 in Park when I was watching TV. So I couldn't go acquire Lil Wayne music and go listen to it until I was much older, much later in life. But that verse, I was just like, wow, that's wordplay. That's what that stuff is. Interesting. Now fast forward to 2011. I'm in high school and I'm really digging into music now. I have a cell phone. I'm not a child anymore. I'm a teenager.
And I had time prior to cell phones.
That is not incorrect. He's not lying, but that's digressing, and I'm too old for that. Haha. But Carter 4, the Carter After 30, was the first album I put money into. I said I want to buy this, and I bought it.
Really?
Yes, that's was like, man, I'm going back to it now, junior year, just like sitting in class, listening to Mega Man, listening to John. John was
Big Drink?
Ricky Rose, the big boss. Shout out all my pairs. Man, that was a time. But I'm really big on wordplay and like lyricism, metaphors, finding ways to make one thing come in your mind while saying a whole bunch of pause, while saying a whole bunch of other words that don't even like, you wouldn't even think to associate with that. Like real G's move in silence like lasagna. That was something I lived by. Because if you say lasagna, right? Say lasagna. When do you say g? When you say lasagna, you don't really say lasagna. You don't say lasagna, it's just lasagna. Because it's a G. And real G's move in silence like lasagna.
So that was a
That was a time for you.
Yes.
Was it always going to be Lil Wayne? Was it always going to be Louisiana for you? Because you skipped from Early Soldier verse 2005 to 2011. That was the first album that you put money in.
Yes.
So was it always like, I gotta get the latest Lil Wayne?
Yes. The few times, like, going through the later parts of elementary and middle school, it was just, like, occasional times to listen to the radio in the car is when I get my raps. Or just when I could, like, we had TV upstairs, so I could watch BET and stuff and, like, watch hip-hop and get my music that way. But I couldn't, like, my mom wasn't listening to rap, so I wasn't keeping up with rap, so to speak, until I got to high school. But whenever I saw anything Lil Wayne related, yes, I was on that. I found a way. This is 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. I remember listening in 8th grade to No Ceilings. At school with the homie. He had one headphone in and the other one in.
No ceilings, motherfucker, good morning. Man, just that already took you I mean, like, no ceilings, motherfucker, good morning. Dick in your mouth while you yawning, I'm gone in. Gunner, why they started me? Molly, why they started me? I remember, oh man, I came to your front door like they ordered me. Back in this bitch like a lot more rich. I'm a papa bad shit, I'm a hot boy bitch. I done a lot more shit than you could ever fathom. A big head nigga couldn't even imagine the shit I do. Most do is never done. I'ma let this be a bitch, you better come. You don't run from shit, cause we don't run from shit. And it'll beat your ass like a fucking drumstick. Please, baby, make the money coming quick. And it's the money to my fight. The money don't fit in my pocket, but I bet that gun fit. And I'm so unfit, cause all I eat is rappers. Bird around this hoe, like a bird around this hoe. And I'm higher than a highest like bird around this hoe. Man, what's the word around this hoe? You get served around this hoe. You get served like a fucking hors d'oeuvre around this hoe. I don't buy no bitch, cause that she get on my dick. I be like, why the fuck no bitch? I don't know why the fuck your bitch keep coming by. The fuck your bitch, I don't get tired. The fuck your bitch got on my fucking dick. I call it big head. Spicy like a big head. Crazy as Vic said, yo, flow sick, my shit dead. Sillier than Vic said. Soulja Boy and A-Rap, like, oh man.
Oh man, that's what BF Baby do. And that's just one song. We're not talking about Ice Cream Paint Job.
That wasn't even.
Ice Cream Paint Job was the first mixtape, or was the first song off that mixtape I heard, and I was like, damn. Because I heard the Rose shit, I was like, oh, this song is tough. And then I heard that, I was like, whoa. I didn't even know Wayne was doing that. Like, Wayne's mixtape kills a lot of niggas' album discography, which is crazy. Like, there's a handful of niggas that could be like, no, my albums are better than his mixtapes, which is crazy to say. But, like, that's who he is. He's top 3. I feel he's top 2 personally, but, like, that's just a personal thing. But I feel universally he's in everybody's top 10 and most people's top 5, I would feel. But the very first rap song I ever loved, like, because you said, would it always be Wayne? I lived in South Carolina from kindergarten till freshman year, so I was in the South. And Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, What You Gon' Do? That was the first rap song. I was like, that's my shit, nigga. When you walk up in this club and them boys were acting tough, when you step up in their face, they ain't gon' do shit. Like, nigga, 10-year-old me was here. 10-year-old me was here. I was 10 toes on nothing, but I was here because I was a good kid going to school, but I was 10 toes on something.
When was it that lyricism, or, and I may have mistaken from your answer, when is it that became the focus for the music or the artist that you loved rather than, say, production or, say, complete album? Because some might also say that Wayne's mixtapes, now, some might not also, but like some might argue that his mixtapes as a totality were better than his albums as a totality.
I have heard that argument. Yes,
right?
yes.
So like, where is it, do you think, that the lyricism, or if it's not lyricism, what are the factors that take you into why was it Wayne, why was it battle rap that you got into? I'm intrigued to find these answers.
That is a beautiful question, and I hope I give an answer that is at least half as beautiful. So here we go. To me, I always felt that I was a clever person. Always, just growing up, like, I always thought I had the best game plans for shit. I always thought, like playing Madden and shit, I loved the game plan part of franchise mode, like making a scheme, building it, and then bringing the team players in to make that scheme work.
Fascinating.
So, like, I like layeredness. I like thinking a couple steps ahead, and I feel like metaphors are really
like a Subway sandwich.
Bro, a delicious. Shout out Jimmy John's though, but a delicious Subway sandwich. But like, metaphors in rap is like the number 8 from Jimmy John's, because you got your bread
Is that the
solid.
bootlegger?
That's the beat. It might the hot Italian one with the turkey, ham, pastrami,
got
and
that shit
some
on it.
jalapeno. Yes, it's spicy.
Oh,
Spicy
some
mustard.
spicy.
Some spicy mustard. But
like
the
this.
bread is the good beat, right? If a song has a bad beat, it's gonna suck. If a sandwich has bad bread, it's probably gonna suck. So you got a good beat.
Facts.
You lay certain type of lettuce or whatever greens you're looking for. That's the chorus. Something that's consistent, good, not overpowering. And then you get what we're coming for, which is the verses.
Which is the meat.
The meat and potatoes
Yeah,
of it. If
the
you
meat.
like
the
Arby's.
meat really matters.
like Arby's,
Like
they got
Arby's.
the meat. It's got to be thick.
the meat. We got ham.
And it has to cut through. It has to be.
It has to
well
really
seasoned.
penetrate.
It has to be thick. Like it has to
There's
be
so many
a
facial
good
expressions
amount
going
of.
on.
Got to get through.
It has
Facts.
to be nice and meaty.
Facts. Because thick meat is important. Big,
But also
thick
has
meat.
to be able to navigate the
Yes.
terrain.
Because if you just big, you can't be big for nothing.
Right, right.
So
The stroke of the meat matters.
How the meat is portrayed in the song. It matters.
y'all are metaphoring me right now. Y'all don't even know it. That's what's crazy. That's what Lil Wayne does for people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's like a song I like to go to as an example of metaphor Wayne is 6'7". I feel like he just
Really?
took out his pen, because a lot of people like to go to a Millie, but that's like that's like a TED talk almost. You need a lot of time to dissect that, because those are 2 heavy verses.
Okay.
But 6'7", I think it's just less words. The verses don't feel as long as a Millie, so it's like it's even a little quicker maybe. I could be wrong, but it feels just a little quicker. Maybe it's just the quicker beat, but it feels a little quicker.
Sorry.
Sleep is the cousin of death. That's a saying we've heard, right? Sleep is the cousin of death. That's you might not have heard it, but that's a saying. Sleep is the cousin of death.
Yeah, I know where
And
you
then
going.
Weezy is just like,
I know where you going, kid.
like there's so many different ones. I'm rapping the song. But
So
I gotta keep it
summarize to
professional.
us why the meat is the most important part of it versus the other layers of the
Because
sandwich.
his meat, actually no, his meat, because he has ham, turkey, pastrami, and those are 3 different powerful layers right
They
there.
all bring a different
He
punch.
they do have a different punch,
Mm.
and it's so layered that you'll hear a verse, and then a couple years later, I thought that was a cliche. Till I listened to some older Wayne songs, I was like, I missed that. That's real. You're like, oh snap.
It's like it gives you multiple meats at one time.
It's like now and later,
you
but
have
for
to-
meat.
And you have to wait after you've taken it a meat at a time to really get
Yes.
all of the meats
Yes.
really just engulfed into your body.
You know, partner, you know what that really reminds me of?
This
Is
is-
another moment that I had with Lil Wayne specifically as a youth. When I first heard the hit song that I really loved, because I loved the video. They were in a limo, they was on the Vegas Strip, right? Lollipop, right? And I love lollipops, I love candy, right? Later in life, I'd learned that there was a double meaning to the lollipop.
wasn't
Make
just
you
the
wanna
that it was
lick the
deeper.
rapper.
Right. Rapper. Double entendre.
WR
Right?
and just regular R.
Like, right.
Just
You
make
know?
you want to lick
So
the rapper.
it just makes me think, right? So if Lil Wayne is the one for you, the one who really got you into it, who is the 2 and the 3 for you personally, Mr. Scobey?
2 and 3 personally. This is
Any genre,
might
not
be
just hip hop.
might be slightly surprising, but I thoroughly enjoy a lot of the older Kanye West. Everything, not everything.
What a choice, young man. What a choice.
The Gold Digger was a song I heard on the radio. This is back when I wasn't allowed to just readily listen to hip hop. So like when I heard Gold Digger on the radio, first of all, I memorized the clean version. So that's how many times I listened to it, because that song was like, this is so cool. Like, who is this? Broke. Like, bro. Like, this dude is rapping. Yes, I was a broke. Oh man, Candy Shop was the worst. I only heard the clean version of that song by 50 Cent for a long time, but that's another story. But like Kanye, and like when I really got older and started listening to albums, like I was like Graduation, Late Registration, and those 2. The pink sky with the bear, graduation, and then the bear sneaking through the doorway.
Like, right.
So yeah, those 2. I'm a really like, it didn't change my life per se, but like it definitely changed what I look for in terms of how good music can be. Like Lil Wayne songs, like he wasn't really out here trying to say I got the best production in rap. He was just trying to say I'm the best rapper alive, and you heard that in his bars. And then Kanye is over here saying I make the best music in rap, and you hear him trying to show that effort in highly produced videos, great production, great music, great lyrics. So you're like, he's not missing. And then more of an R&B side, The Weeknd. I'm a huge fan of Abel Tesfaye. That's The Weeknd's real name. I'm a huge fan of that
I
nigga.
can attest this nigga.
Like,
We fast forward in a little bit.
yes, because this was high school, junior year, wrestling practice of all places. I heard Wicked Games, and I was like, God damn, this shit go crazy. And then I got my heart broke. Shout out high school. I almost said her name. That would have been crazy. I would have got my ass beat. Shout out Heartbreak. And then I listened to The Weeknd. I heard same old song. I heard The Morning, and I heard Wicked Games. I was like, oh, this is crazy. This nigga's crazy. And then it was a wrap. He was the second album I paid money for, Beauty Behind the Madness. And went to see that concert too. Magnifique. See him live. He's great. And I would say those three have shaped the music I listen to now, for sure. For sure.
Would you say that The Weeknd's meat is as good as the others, or
It's a different kind. It's a different kind.
It's a different pace.
They have sandwich meat. He has like delectable meat. We're here. We're
like
here.
that shit that you gotta pay for, like
No,
that
not
top money
necessarily.
for?
Not
Delectable?
necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily, but more
Higher
like
level, more luxury meats.
delectable was the wrong word.
Okay.
It was just like specific, I guess. Like the scenario, the time you would pull this out. Wow.
I was doing so
Niche meat only. Got it.
Niche meat, yes. Because the time you would serve this, that's not better. The time when it's a certain time. It's a certain time. And when it is that time, it's amazing.
So shout out to The Weeknd.
Shout out to The Weeknd's delectable meat.
And I love how your importance of meat.
We need to finish this and
Yes.
please stay focused.
Can you focus up?
My
here?
goodness.
We're so
We're on
close.
ABC.
We're so
All right,
close to the
CBS.
Excuse me.
Yeah, focus up.
We're getting fired. Shout out NBC.
I love
DraftKings
your
Network, Wave Sports Entertainment, whoever wants us,
Prize
come
Picks.
get us.
Prize Picks. You send us all money, please.
You've done. I would like to say you've done a very good job answering our questions.
Yes, yes.
I love your taste of the differences of meats. I think that it's very
I hope you enjoy it.
important. And
I like
think,
your taste of meat too.
And I think that we got a good. We got to pull it out of you. You know, some of the good, dark, deep
It's never bad to pull out.
musical secrets that you have.
Yes.
And so, Taylor, thank you for your musical answers. We want to get to the second part of our 60-minute spinoff, right? The same way we asked about your musical people. Who are the athletes? Who are the athletes?
Shut up and dribble.
And why are they your athletes that sort of brought you into whatever sport it is, and who still keeps you around, said sport, said team, however it falls for you?
Oh man, I got 3 of them real quick, and the third one is going to blow y'all's mind. First one, obviously. First basketball game I ever watched, year 2000. It was late November.
You were 12.
I was 5. My dad told me that he was watching basketball and Kobe Bryant was on TV. He had an afro and he dunked it, and I just sat down and started watching it. So that's how that happened. And ever since I can remember really watching basketball, I've always been a Kobe Bryant guy. From the fro 8 Kobe all the way to low cut 8 Kobe, 24 Kobe, torn Achilles Kobe, everything in between. Kobe was my favorite. He showed me that just if you want something, go do it. There is no in the way, just go do it. And that's where I credit Kobe for that. Second, cut from the same cloth, pretty much, different sport, Tom Brady. He was the first football team. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was living in South Carolina. They were playing the Panthers. I was a Panthers fan. They cut this running back. I can't remember his name. TJ something. He was a running back, and they cut him. So I was like, I'm done with y'all. The Patriots beat him in the Super Bowl. I hopped on that bandwagon. Been a Patriots fan ever since. Still a Patriots fan to this day, and it's dark days. But that's what happens when you're on top for 20 years. It's going to be 8 years of shit. And then my favorite athlete that keeps me watching today is, interestingly enough, LeBron James. Because as much as I talk about Michael Jordan, if y'all haven't seen, LeBron is like a just an anomaly. It don't make a whole lot of sense.
That's the word.
So you just watch that shit and be like, this nigga crazy. And shout out Jokic. But LeBron is just, this nigga crazy. I feel like that's a good summary of the three athletes that really encapsulate my sportsdom.
I can close it. I want to just say one.
Yeah, if you have a follow up, please. I think we have a few more seconds for it.
That is that. I love how you brought the king as a bronzexual.
That is valid.
And especially as somebody who I know is not arguing that he's the GOAT. It's interesting that you say he is what keeps you going. We don't have to get into this debate. Please.
Yeah,
let's keep it simple.
But we'll keep it very simple. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's like
Partner Aurelius.
The older niggas are the LeBron, Steph, KD, James Harden, Russ niggas. Then the current niggas are the Luka, Jokic. Like Jokic is my favorite young current nigga, whatever. And then LeBron and Russ are my favorite older niggas.
But just
for specification.
And just real quick too, just whatever sports that you watch, can we just get a real quick rundown of who your favorite teams are? Just real quick for the fans who may not know.
Sportsdom, basketball, Thunder, Lakers are equally tied in basketball.
At number one, equal.
Yeah, I don't really have a second. I'm more players than teams. Football, New England Patriots, Mac Jones. You're going to do well in your next place. I'm sorry they let you down. I remember rookie Mac. I do. I remember. Baseball, Yankees. Shohei, you fucked up. College football, Sooners. Future SEC championship game of football and basketball will be OU in Texas because them niggas weak.
Thank you, Taylor, so much. This has been a real pleasure. May I ask you real quick, because it seems like you are a real global citizen with your teams, from Oklahoma to Los Angeles to the Boston area or New England, right? All the way to New York, right, with your baseball team. How do you have such a stark diversity in the teams that you represent and that you believe in and love?
That's a beautiful question. As I said earlier, I lived in South Carolina from my kindergarten year till my freshman year of high school. And for those that don't know, the only professional sports team in South Carolina, by technicality, is the Carolina Panthers. They practice in South Carolina and they play in North Carolina. Oh. So there is no professional team in South Carolina. So it's like you cheer for the Falcons, you cheer for the Titans, cheer for the Panthers. They all suck. Actually, the Panthers were decent. This is Jake Delhomme and Steve Smith, and the Panthers were decent. They were decent for sure. They were good. They were going to Super Bowls, but they cut a guy they shouldn't have cut for just money reasons I didn't understand when I was a child. But I was just like, I like him, so fuck y'all. I'm a New England fan now because they just beat y'all in the Super Bowl, and that's really how that is just. Yeah. If they had played anybody else, I would have been a fan of whoever that was. I was just mad at them.
What about Kobe? Opposite coast.
That was just.
And the Lakers.
I guess, because like my dad just said, I saw him dunk the ball and I just was like, oh, I'm going to watch this. And the first time I really remember watching basketball, it was the old NBC broadcaster being the bottom right corner, but they didn't show the scoreboard all the time. This is like 2001. So like they show them the score every 30 seconds or whatever. And like it was one of those broadcasts. They were playing the Trailblazers as a regular season game. And Kobe was just, he wasn't having like some historic game. It was just like a good 28-point game. But I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm like 7, 8 years old. Like, this is like the highest level of hoops in terms of this position. Because like Shaq was probably still the best player in the world at that point. But like Kobe's a different position, different kind of style of ball. I was like, this is crazy. Like, boo right from the elbow, pump fake, turn, bad shot, all net. Like, that's crazy. Like, he can just do this. So it's like, and that, as I followed him through his career, just his on the court work ethic was so My finger don't work, cool. Got arthritis in my knee, I can't jump, cool. Separated my right shoulder, I got a left one. Turn around, fade. Right baseline, water. Like, get the job done. And New England, coincidentally, them having Tom Brady and Bill Belichick when they were together were a very get the job done kind of football team. So I think I just kind of, and even LeBron is a get the job done kind of player. So I feel like that get the job done just spreads across all of my sports teams.
Yeah. Wonderful explanation. Mr. Scobey, I feel like the commentators, the fans, would rip us a new one if we didn't ask this simple question because of all of your fandoms, the Yankees, the Los Angeles Lakers, the New England Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bandwagon. Might be the word that comes up frequently over and 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 over again.
Yeah.
Bandwagon. He's a bandwagon.
Deflategate.
He's a bandwagon. He's a bandwagon, right?
Spygate.
So I want to ask you, right? Because as you just explained with the Lakers, it was very clear that Shaq and Kobe were already very dominant, right, when you became a fan. So I want to ask with the New England Patriots as well as with the New York Yankees, when your first moment really being like, I like these guys, came up, whether or not you defend against or reject the idea of being a bandwagon, or if you fully accept it as a part of who you are as a fan.
The Yankees is a full bandwagon because I'm a super casual baseball guy.
Yeah.
So Yankees was just like, Derek Jeter, cool. I like Alex Rodriguez because he hit home runs. So I was like, I'm a Yankees fan, fuck it. I like Mariano Rivera, he tough too. So it's like I was full bandwagon of the Yankees, no shame. Football, like it was just, alright, it was fuck the Panthers, so it's the Patriots, but I stayed with them in that 10-year gap they didn't win a Super Bowl. I could have jumped ship and been like, you know what? Maybe y'all just not that good no more. It's like 2010, 2011, where you're just winning 13 games and losing to the bad Ravens. Not the good Ravens, the bad Ravens. That was just turning around, handed to Ray Rice and Hope Ravens. And you're just like, in the first round. Maybe Tom's getting kind of old. He's 33. Maybe he's getting kind of old. And then nigga play till he's 70. But, like, I remember Smush Parker, Kobe Bryant, Vladimir Radmanovich, Chris Mim, and Kwame Brown being the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. I remember Jeremy Lin, Brandon Ingram. Yeah. Yes.
Was that all five?
Smush Parker, Kobe, I remember Brandon Ingram, Jeremy Lin, Juran, Brooke Lopez, and motherfucking Earl Clarkson. So yeah, I was there when the Lakers were champions. I was there when the Lakers were winning 17 games. I was there when Kobe had Shaq, and I was there when Kobe was wondering why Chris Mim was on his team, scoring 35 a game. I had to have fights with niggas in South Carolina telling me that Kobe wasn't a ball hog. I was like, these niggas suck. Respectfully, who he's supposed to get passing it to me? I wouldn't pass it to me either. If I'm Kobe, nigga, don't even get it off the glass. I'll get it off the glass, respectfully. Fuck him away. So yeah, I get that. So but Yankees full bandwagon. Full bandwagon. OU, I just be here. I went there for a year, so they got some of my money, but OU for sure.
You live in Oklahoma.
Yes.
You live here for the majority of it.
Yes.
Right.
I think that has been a wonderful closing out.
Yeah, I think we've gotten what we need out of you. It's enough of your banter.
Appreciate like the bathroom.
Yeah, a lot of banters, a lot of bullshit. We appreciate you, Scobey Taylor.
A lot of meat.
A lot of meat.
Yeah. Variety of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor
is
again, I just want to reiterate, our oldest and most esteemed member.
Yes.
He has taken and witnessed a lot of meat in his life, and we just want to make sure that all of the fans here from 5 from the 4 are appreciating these interviews, these 60-minute spin-offs. We're going to get to the bottom of why
60
folks
minutes
are who they are.
You're truly witnessing history here, folks.
In the making. Signing off, Tevin McD.
And Aurelius F.
Thank you for having me. Have a good one.